This is your girl Midas Touch Baby, and welcome to my channel. We're going to be discussing Love After Lockup, Life During Lockup, Season 7, Episode 4 review, The X Factor. Now, look, guys, we're just going to get into the first couple that got on my nerves. Let's talk about Aisha and Mikhail, better known as Michael. Honey, this one right here. Crystal, you a better friend than me. You a better friend than I am. So they went to go see Aunt Gloria so they can go check out his property. And during this long ride that they took up there, they finally made it to Aunt Gloria's house. Aunt Gloria, you got a nice looking house, mama. Aunt Gloria was like, girl, I want nothing to do with this, but I'm going to hug you and we're going to talk on the porch. Aunt Gloria did not let them in. So I want you guys to brace yourself because I feel like Michael been lying from day one. Our girl is sitting here, Aisha's like talking to her, talking about she love him and want to go see where he live at. And you see how she looking? That's exactly how I'm feeling when I looked at that episode. I said, girl, you went all the way down there to Alabama. Went to the jail last episode. You couldn't get yourself in there. Yeah, like a fool crying in the car. And Aunt Gloria went and took her to the property. Aunt Gloria said it's right up there. You see that right there? Aunt Gloria said, I ain't going up in there. You gone. I ain't going in there. And she asked Aunt Gloria when was the last time she been up in there. Aunt Gloria said 10 years. So Aunt Gloria sat in the car, waited for Aisha and Krista to go up this long path. And this is an aerial shot of where they going, the woods. And this is the farm right here, y'all. A trailer, a broke down trailer. They walked up there for 20 minutes to find a broke down trailer. It didn't stop there. This girl, 54-year-old woman, decided to go in a trailer with her bestie to go look around this man things. Crystal, you a better friend than I am. I told my best friend when we was watching this show last night, don't you ever call me in no foolishness like this because we ain't going to be friends no more. And she said, girl, vice versa here, honey, because if you ever bring me to something like that, I ain't messing with you no more. Crystal and Aisha, Crystal, I get it that you want to be a supportive friend, but Aisha, you look real stupid up in here. I don't care. I don't care how smart you are with your career. You looking real dumb on national TV for to do all this because you see how my girl Crystal looking up in the ceiling because she believes some kind of drugs going on there. And is that a bullet up there? That would be crazy. It probably was Crystal. And you guys went across the caution tape. Now here we go. Aisha going through all the paperwork, going through everything. She said it looks so disheveled. It looked like some good crime scene. It looked like it probably was some drug kingpin living here. Ain't no drug kingpin living in no trailer, girl. Do y'all believe he was a drug kingpin living in a trailer? In the trailer? In the woods? Girl, he was on the run. And that was not his real place. I don't want to believe it. I do not want to believe Michael, according to Aunt Sonia, his real name ain't no Macau, it's Michael, was living in a trailer as a drug kingpin. Nah, that can't be the real property. I don't want to believe it. And Auntie was sitting right in there until the sun went down. Auntie, I know you better than me. Production was there. So Auntie looked at Aisha come back with all these bags of Michael's belongings and said she found some stuff up in there. And she was like, what? And she went in there. They eventually took Auntie back to her home and she said, I did not know. I looked and I saw that he was like living like that. It was 999 years thinking it was a typo. No, girl, it's not a typo. He come to find out from Aunt Gloria, he's a three strikes you out type of man. That means he's going to be spending life in there. And she's like, I don't want to believe that he's playing me. Girl, you look at Auntie. Auntie Gloria ain't got nothing to lose. And why every time we see him, he's right there 3 months earlier? Aisha, don't be a fool your whole darn life. That right there, you being a fool and he's playing you. Let's go to the next couple, shall we? Now let's talk about our next couple, Goddess, Damon, and Bonita. Let me tell you something right now. Goddess, you need to leave him alone, girl. You got your kids, your dogs, your home, your business, you're going to school, your braid hair. Look, leave him alone. I know he was all handsome. Don't forget in the first episode, everybody, he said that she was like a stalker. She was like crazy about him. That's how he view her as this woman who can't get enough of him, who's gonna really put up with all his nonsense. Girl, leave him with his baby mama. and get your life. Anyway, he was talking about how she got to get her stuff, get his stuff. But it's kind of funny how he changed his mind because he don't want things to get messy because it's still at Benita's house, and he's just gonna let his mama get it. And she's like, mm. She's like, nah, she ain't gonna let that go. She's gonna go get it. But Benita, in the meantime, in between time, said that she lost the ring that he gave her, and it was like $5,000. How did you lose a $5,000 ring? How? How did she lose a $5,000 ring? Anyway, she's up here trying to get a cheap ring for like $64, that try to act like, everything is cool. But it's so funny. When God has asked him, did you let all your baby mothers know about me and you? It's funny how he lied to her. Now it's getting close to him getting now. He said I threw it around, but not like anybody know for real. He wasn't really honest with them and he didn't solidify anything, but she told all her baby daddies. I'm just saying. See, your mama said in the first episode, don't get caught up in that prison jail talk. See, your mama been through it, and she tried to warn you. But you too shall learn this one right here, cause he lying. And let's look at this picture right here. I don't care what nobody say. That man there loves some Bonita. He likes what you're doing for him. He likes that you're stable. But don't forget, that's where I believe his heart really went right there. I believe he really feel that for her. He didn't tell her anything, but let's go back right here. This is from the first episode. He said, I'm actually in love with Gigi, but I am in love with Bonita. First episode. Red flag. And then he said he's in love with you, Bonita. And I believe he wants Bonita. But then he comes out and said he want a poly relationship between the two women. Bonita, you and Gigi, leave this player alone. So let's talk about Rich and Felicia. Now, you guys know Rich live in Texas, and he went to go see a psychic. Yes, he did. He went to go see a psychic to talk about his relationship with Felicia. And during the talk with the psychic, she basically told him that they will break up and get back together again. She asked him why did he not ask questions of Felicia, like to really get to know her. And he also explained that he met her through a pen pal situation, how he had a dream. This is how he gonna meet the person that he with. Well, honey, did you know Felicia went and told us that her ex is coming home exactly 2 months after her getting released, and she said he don't play about her. He went in there for the M word, M, and he don't play about her. And Rich, I think you in over your head right here in this relationship. You up here crying because the psychic was telling you that you don't have a hard time meeting women or meeting somebody. It's just that basically you got a lot of baggage. And you was up there crying and you just looking to be loved. You just want to be loved. Rich, love begins with yourself. And then others will fall into place. That's all I can tell you. But I want you to dry your eyes, wipe them tears, and get your life together because this is a bumpy road ahead. And also remember, Felicia is much younger than you and she need to experience the world. So let's talk about Emily and Justin, shall we? So Emily is up here still at the ranch talking to her son Drake and her mom, talking about how much she loved them and she missed them. Then she had her little crybaby moment, saying that she can't wait to see them and you can have anything you want, Justin. I mean, anything you want, Drake. Anything you want, I'm gonna give it to you. And she was sniffling and crying. This girl's always sniffling. What's up with that? Does she got like a runny nose? I'm just asking for a friend. So anyway, Brittany up here talking about how much she love and appreciate her mom. Meanwhile, she gets in the car that she probably rented to drive herself to Vegas. And what's in Vegas, you ask? In Vegas, she's gonna make an S production so it can go online and so her son can find it later on in life over and over and over again that she's a high paid prostitute. Anyway, on her way there, she get a text message from Justin's ex. And it makes you wonder, how did Justin X get so comfortable with just contacting her and texting her? Oh, how about Justin's ex, Liz, and Brittany used to be friends. They was cool. Yes, y'all. This is getting out of control. This is Liz. So Liz and Brittany was cool at one point. She said, "Yeah, me and her was cool. We used to talk. We was friends, but that didn't work out. We're not friends anymore." So were you in the same industry with her? And you know what's so crazy about this? I said, "Where did I recognize this redhead from?" Oh, because Liz is hanging out with Justin's other ex-girlfriend, Brittany. Brittany and Liz had decided to work together to get rid of Emily because Brittany believes that Liz is better for him. Wow. You know, how crazy and toxic that is. Brittany, you ain't had nothing else to do with your life than to sit here and get your ass in between all this nonsense. And I mean tail in the middle of all this nonsense. And it's just really sad because that's not your situation. And then you had the audacity to tell Liz she's a better catch for Justin. When you know, Brittany, that Liz and Justin was bad for each other. They was toxic because who said it? Liz said it. Liz said that her and Justin was not good together. They both was toxic. And you got Justin so messed up in head, he don't know who he want. He's confused now. He don't know if he want Liz. He don't know if he want Emily. Honey, Justin probably decide he want to be by himself. And that's a lot of stress on him. We do not know the cause of death for him, but it's so sad because he was hanging on between two women. And what I mean by that, we begin to see, which I already speculated, that he really didn't want Emily. He wanted Emily to pass the dough to him. And come to find out, Emily makes $4,000 in one production for the content that she creates. $4,000. That's not money for one day. But come to find out, she has been giving Justin money. And she said in the beginning, Justin wasn't asking for money, but then lately he just started asking for money. And he had this creep. I'm not gonna call him a creep. I don't care. He's dead. I'm gonna tell you this creep dead. That creep had the audacity to say on camera, "That's what you do when you are in prison. The woman is supposed to take care of you, or whoever's on the outside, they're supposed to take care of you." Baby, I'm glad it's her, not me, because you wouldn't have got a darn thing from me. You would have been right there eating ramen noodles and painting, washing somebody clothes by hand. You've been braiding hair. You'd have been doing what you had to do to get that cash. You wouldn't have got it from me. And let me give you a little piece of advice, Emily. You're going to end up looking like this woman if you don't stop. So let's talk about our final couple, Kaylee and Michael. Oh my God. It was the battle of the mothers. Okay. First of all, Kaylee, you need to grow a pair or use a pair that you do have and get it together because you up here taking care of Michael. We're going to call Mike. And come to find out, Mike got almost $15,000 saved up. You looking real stupid in these streets. And you know what? You can say what you want about your mom. Yeah, your mom did all these things to you, which is real messed up and everything like that. But let's keep it clear and keep it 100. Your mother is not the one keeping secrets from you right now. It's this woman and her son. $15,000 and you spent $42,000 on him and you got a house full of kids and probably some animals and you got to cook meals for these kids. The kids got to go to college or whatever one day, and you sitting there looking real goofy, acting like a little kid, acting like you can't stand up for your mama against this woman. That woman's sitting there looking real high and judgmental as hell on your mom. Meanwhile, her sorry tale son is locked up and controlling the narrative, which is called lies. And she's helping her son lie. Meanwhile, looking down on your mama. Now you tell me, what is your problem? That you gonna sit here and this is what I believe. I believe that you sitting here, honey, and putting all this guilt on your mama about what happened. Now either you move on or you didn't. Either you move on or you didn't. Which one you gonna do? Because I'm getting tired of you always throwing and bashing her. If she's in your life and she's saving your tail now, because she spent 700 and change on some clothes to that man. Matter of fact, your mama is dumb as hell. Because I would have never spent $700, and then you gonna sit there with your real simple looking self and gonna say, well, you kind of enable me. Girl, get the hell out of here. You enabling yourself. And let me tell you something about Mikey Mama right here. They controlling your dumb face. Cause that woman told you in your face not to get a tattoo. She told you in your face not to marry her son. She told you in your face that you stupid. She told you in your face you need to grow up hair in a nice way. You looking dumb, got this man property of. Come on now. What you doing? You can't get it together? And I'm really discussing with you on how you just keep bringing up the past with your mom. Your mom's sitting here, yeah, she was wrong. But I'm like your mama. The audacity of you to talking about that she enables you and that she put you in the situation that you in. And let me tell you something, mama. You went and gave her all this money. She went and got plastic surgery done in her body, and you looking like that? Girl, I would not give her not near cent of mine. I would go book me a plane ticket to Hawaii. I would go to Hawaii. I would go and chill out. I would go to Thailand. I would go anywhere far away from this situation. And when she finished with Michael controlling her and beating her down to the ground with his harsh words and rhetoric and undermining her and making her look like a fool, then she gonna grow up. Thank you for watching today's video of Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup with your girl Midas Touch Baby. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, comment, and subscribe. Why don't you tell me below where you're watching from? I'll be interested to know what state you're watching from and leave any comments about the show and I will respond. To all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to the channel and I hope you find what you're looking for here. Until next time, be happy, be blessed, safe, and well. This is your girl Midas Touch Baby.